In the heart of the Judean hills, surrounded by the beauty of the forest, a wall was unveiled adding the names of fallen American and Canadian civilians and soldiers to the memorial site.
Before October 7th, there were 360 names on the wall behind you. And with immense sorrow, we add 77 more.
AACI, the organization which serves Americans and Canadians in Israel, has hosted a memorial service since 1967.
AACI Remembers brings the stories of our fallen heroes to the entire Jewish world by sharing their stories on our new website, aaciremembers.org, dedicated to the memory of all the fallen. These stories of valor and love of Israel create a deeper and stronger connection between the diaspora and Israel.
In 2003, along with KKL-JNF and with the support of the Jewish National Fund USA, they established a memorial wall chronicling those who fell, many unsung heroes of the Jewish state.
This year our hearts are heavy as we honor the memory of the 77 individuals who tragically are now added to the memorial wall. I hope you find some comfort in knowing that you are not alone in your grief and that your loved ones perished living in a country that they loved and that they made such sacrifices to build and defend. Your friends here and in the United States and Canada grieve with you and support you. In these exceptional times, I grieve with you. In my short time as ambassador, I've had many very hard conversations with families of fallen soldiers, kidnapped hostages, and innocent people murdered on October 7th.
Joseph Gittler, who is of American and Canadian origin, addressed the dignitaries, families of the fallen, and members of AACI on behalf of those who fell on October 7th. His son-in-law, Sergeant Major David Schwartz, fell in battle in the Gaza Strip alongside his best friend, Yakir Hexter, who was an American citizen.
David killed in battle in Khan Yunis on January 8th, 2024, fighting for his beloved homeland. And now we are one of those families.
Gittler spoke to the media line about David's character.
He always would tell us, don't worry, we're in military engineering. We go in after everything's been cleared, after everything's safe. But of course, he was doing that just to put us and his wife and his parents at ease as much as they could. He didn't think of himself as a hero. He never imagined. He was so full of life, a lover of life. And we just miss him every minute.
David London reflected on the 8 American hostages who remain in Gaza.
The people on the list who came to Israel, unfortunately, the Jewish world doesn't really know how many people make Aliyah and come and contribute to the state of Israel. Unfortunately, the war has brought out this secret that many Americans, children, grandchildren have come to Israel and they're serving in the most combat units possible because they love the state of Israel. We call it an aliyah of choice, immigration of choice, that those who came to Israel did it not because they were running away from anything. They were running to Israel. Unfortunately, these young men and women gave their lives to do so.
Ambassador Jack Lew spoke of the American commitment to Israel.
Our ironclad support for the state of Israel reflects the deep bond between our countries and is another source of hope for a secure future. We remain determined to do everything we can to bring the hostages home and end the current conflict in a manner that protects Israel's safety and security.
Candles were lit by those in attendance in memory of the fallen. Orly and Mark Chass also lost their son-in-law, Australian-born officer Lior Sivan, who died a hero saving other soldiers on December 19th.
Lior was an incredible guy. He was in the battalion of tanks, tank battalions, and he actually was an engineer, and he helped invent with other people from his job a special charger for tanks. It is now spread all over in every unit who has tanks, so they can charge their phones and charge all kind of electric things. He was a commander, and he saved people in his tank and other tanks around him because he saw a terrorist who was trying to put a bomb in one of the tanks, and he came out and started fighting him, and then they threw a grenade on him. Grenade? I don't know.
An anti-tank missile.
Was killed. His wife was pregnant in the 9th month, and she had a baby 2.5 weeks after he was born. After he died, they have a 3-year-old, and now she's 4 months old. And we miss him very, very much. He was an incredible, incredible guy.
Since October 7th, the insecurity Jews around the world are facing has changed the way Americans in Israel view their mother country.
We're trying, even before October 7th, to bridge the most difficult demographic, which is university students. It's no secret that these young men and women were so distant from Israel and Judaism in every single way. And we had to bring them together, and they weren't interested in listening to a speaker or a lecture. Our program is exactly that, ACI Student Connect, to bring people to talk to each other.
Gitler sees the rampant anti-Semitism in his native New York and the fear of being publicly Jewish.
Believe that when I go back to New York, no, now I'm definitely wearing my kippah and I'm going to take my chances. And not chances, it's New York. I think if a Jewish person can feel safe in New York, then wow, it is time to come to Israel. So, come home, brothers and sisters, the time has come.
From the Judean hills, Felice Friedson reporting for the Media Line.